Hello everybody, welcome to episode 14 of 3-Minute Book Reviews. Today we're going to be talking about Safe Haven by Nicholas Sparks. This is your typical Nicholas Sparks book in which you have your love story in which there is this girl who is trying to run away from her past. Her name is Katie, and by running away she finds herself in a little town called Southport. At first she's very shy and she's trying to be invisible because she's so afraid of what she left behind. But of course, as time goes on, she realizes that the people of Southport are beautiful and gentle and kind. And she starts to talk a lot with her neighbor called Jo. She's a hilarious, unique character. As well as Alex, who is the owner of a store, and he has 2 kids. Of course, as fate happens, Katie and Alex come together, they meet, and they fall in love with each other. Katie is very, very nervous and terrified of her past catching up to her, but she realizes that in order to be happy, you have to have faith, and she takes a leap of faith and begins forming a life with Alex and his 2 children. I would give this book 5 out of 5 stars, not only because I felt good while reading this book. It's one of those books that you read under the covers, drinking hot cocoa when it's raining outside, and it's fantastic. But it also touches some very important topics that we're experiencing right now as a society, such as domestic abuse, PTSD, alcoholism. And it is very interesting to see how Nicholas Sparks puts it down on paper and see how he feels about those issues. Also, I wouldn't have given it 5 out of 5 stars if it weren't because the ending caught me off guard. And I love it when books do that to me because it was not what I was expecting. And that's why I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. 5 words I would use to describe this book are love story, loyalty, abuse, vulnerability, and trust. And if you want to know why, make sure that you check the description below. My favorite quote of this book is, "Giving voice to the truth of her past meant opening the door to the future." And that will be a wrap for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on my review of Safe Haven by Nicholas Sparks. Next week, we're going to be talking about my all-time favorite book. And this one is in French because it's the original language. But it's The Little Prince. It is the most perfect book I have ever read. I think everybody needs to read it regardless of their age. So next week, we're going to be discussing this book. So make sure that next week you tune in and you don't miss it. Bye!